summer block party, the first of what we're hoping is many. I'm Al Roker. Of course, block parties are an American tradition, and for the first time ever, we're going to host our own right here on the Today Plaza, thanks to our good sponsor, Good and Gather, only at Target. Next 2 hours, we're cooking up an epic party featuring 10 chefs right here, serving 16 delicious recipes for a crowd. We got Adam Richmond. He's going to be whipping up pulled pork, egg rolls. J.J. Johnson is grilling block party bites. The queen of dessert, Christina Tosi, will share her must-have summertime treats, plus fun and games, everything you need to host the perfect summer celebration. You want to follow along with the fun? Just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen with your smartphone for all the recipes and more. All right, so guys, to your stations, and we're going to start off with Alejandra right now. So, of course, you know Alejandra Ramos. You've seen her here today and on her show. Okay, break, everybody, break. We're going to go play Cornhole, and I want to find out, how did it get named Cornhole? Because it just sounds weird.
I don't know that one.
That's
yeah,
right.
Sounds a little weird.
Her show, The Great American Recipe on PBS. And so you're making something kind of interesting.
Yeah.
The muffaletta, which we've heard down in New Orleans.
These are a New Orleans classic and fave.
But you're making baby muffaletta.
Usually they're about this big.
Right,
but
huge.
since it's a block party, we want to keep them kind of small for grab and go.
That's right. Okay.
Also, you want to be able to enjoy all the treats.
Yes.
I don't want to fill up on just one sandwich. So for this, the key thing about the muffaletta is the olive salad, right? So that's kind of like the spread. And we're going to make it in a food processor. We're starting with some stuffed olives, like the green ones.
Like the manzanilla olives.
Yes, exactly. Then we're also going to do some of these calamatas. But honestly, you can do a mix of whatever olives you have. Just make sure no pits. And then we're also going to do some capers. I love capers. These are briny. They're salty. Some pepperoncini peppers, garlic.
Of course.
You know I don't do recipes
garlic
without garlic. And then this is giardiniera. So it's an Italian mix of pickled vegetables. It's so delicious. You buy this in a jar, so good on its own. But we're adding it here, and it's going to add a lot, like this nice tangy, briny bite. We've got some olive oil, some lemon juice. That all goes in there. And what's great is, like, honestly, these are jars, basically, right? So it's a bunch of jars into the food processor. You can do this by hand if you prefer, because then you can like hand chop it. You really want the little coarse. I'm having a little trouble here, Mr. Roker.
Let's see.
You get it.
Okay, but you
know how food processor works. So you go, use that pulse button, you go to chop, 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 chop. You want a nice coarse chop. It's going to look like this. You don't want a puree.
Could you make this ahead of time?
Actually, you should make it ahead of time, right? Because that's why these sandwiches are so great. These sandwiches should be made up to 48 hours in advance because they taste better that way.
Because all the juices soak into the bread.
You got it, sir. Yeah, so all of this olive spread gets in there. It soaks into the bread. I like going on both sides.
Oh, okay.
And then, both sides. And then we just build the sandwich, right?
Okay.
And we've got a whole variety of meats here. You can do the sopressata.
It's kind of dealer's choice, whatever you want to put it.
Whatever you want to do, whatever is on sale, whatever your family or your friends love.
What is
Pile it on. This is mortadella, but
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big, So this, you can also do like bologna if people like it. But honestly, worry more about the amount of meat.
Right.
So if you want to do a pound of meat, but you can pick and choose what you want. And then we're also using some provolone, which is really nice because that also has a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick to it. I love food with a lot of flavor.
Right.
Pile it together. So then we've got our beautiful sandwich here. And then here's the tip first.
Okay.
So I don't have it here, but if you have some plastic wrap, you wrap it up in plastic wrap. And then you're going to use a skillet or pile of cookbooks, and you weigh it down, and this is how you put it in the fridge. And you leave it for 48 hours like this. And then we can do the cut. I will let you do the honors there. I like doing little triangles almost.
Triangles.
I know, I should have told you that before we cut. But it's great. And then because these are such kind of like
they're loaded.
Stacks, exactly, loaded. You want to do the little pin, but
in fact, it's kind of like my uncle at our block parties.
Totally loaded.
He used to get loaded.
Oh, he's loaded. Gotta love those guys. The olive kind of holds it down. Looks so fun.
Hold on.
What do you think about this?
Here, hold on. This is part of the problem with the block party. You're schwitzing.
You're schwitzing. It's that summer heat.
We're schwitzing here.
That's how you know you're having a good time. I love it.
And so, especially with the heat, you want something nice and cool and refreshing.
Exactly, cool and refreshing. We've got some fresh fruit, but here's a fun way to do it. So we're doing these DIY charcuterie cups. So you can buy these little paper cups like at the store. You can get them online.
Right.
And then all you do is you can layer in your meats and cheese and some rosemary. And you can also make little skewers with the fresh mozzarella balls here. You know, everything here is it's a little warm today.
This is what people are going to have.
This is what it's going to be like, right? But that's good. And so then you put load those in.
So you can just walk around.
How gorgeous! Yeah, you can walk around with it, and that way you don't have people like pulling it off the charcuterie shelf.
That is fantastic.
What do you think about that?
Let me try a little manchego.
I love this. Also, do you know how to make a charcuterie rose?
No.
Look at these guys, right?
How do you do that?
Okay, so this is like a fun little tip you can do. So you can use a champagne flute for this, and we can use some of this little warm salami here. And you just kind of load it on the side like that, and then you just layer it in. And you could do this in a wine glass too, but that'll be a bigger rose. And you just kind of keep layering it like that. See, and I'll just do the little like that. And then once you have another layer there, there we go. And you can flip it out.
Oh.
And that's how you get your rose.
Gosh.
Look, I mean, isn't that just the cutest thing?
That's amazing.
So these are great for this party,
you've got,
these are great for
the salami rose.
Yeah,
right over here, we've got Chef David Rose.
Exactly.
Which is very, very, very fitting.
Chef, we've got 2 roses.
What a great idea.
I love it, though.
And so when you do these things, how far in advance could you put this out?
Okay, well, you can prep this in advance, but keep it chilled until you serve it, and then you can put it out, and then people do it. So
Fantastic.
this is, but those guys definitely make them way in advance.
Make them in advance.
Yes.
That's great. Hey, don't forget, catch Alejandra on season 2 of PBS's The Great American Recipe, Mondays at 9. Well, next up, we're going to be turning up the heat on this party with one of our 30 Rock neighbors, Chef J.J. Johnson, right over there.
Woo!
JJ,
hey, JJ.
You know him from his. Oh, let's kind of walk over. We're gonna walk over this way.
I'm ready for you.
Chef JJ, you know his fabulous restaurant here in New York. In fact, when you guys finish up, go down to the concourse so you can check out JJ's field trip. Well, today he's going to be grilling lemon pepper prawns with a signature collard green salad. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you too.
Hey,
how's everything?
Oh, everything's great. Ready for the summer?
I mean, I'm in it.
This is it.
I got the fit.
You
said I'm coming to a block party. You got to look right at the block party.
Got the shorts, got the kicks.
So
looking good.
Today's all about lemon pepper prawns.
Okay.
So how's your pepper game?
My pepper game is strong. I like
strong?
the pepper.
So this is going to be spicy, all right? Okay. So onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper.
It's so humid.
Ooh, it's so humid.
Look at it. Look at it. They are literally rock hard because it's so humid. That's crazy.
You add in some pepper flakes. Can you get it in there? Use that spatula. Get it in there. Get it in there, Al. Hold on. I got you.
I've never seen that before.
Coagulation.
Woo!
And then fresh lemon zest.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's the trick.
Yeah.
All right? And then the Good and Gather olive oil. Then mix that up for me.
All righty.
So you mix that up.
Now, let me. You said prawns. What's the difference between prawns and shrimps? If you can't get prawns, could you use shrimp?
You can use shrimp. You can use really a large shrimp. The great thing about prawns is they come from like 3 places in the world: Costa Rica, Australia, and Nigeria.
Okay.
So, and they come in many different sizes. I like to have my prawns with the head on. And then they look like this.
Right.
And then you just put these, boom. You put these right on the grill. You don't want the grill too hot because you don't want to smoke it up, but you want a little bit of that sizzle, right?
Sure.
And when you talk about summertime, are you ready for summer? Prawns or shrimp talk summer.
Yeah. And the great thing is they cook up fairly quick.
They cook quickly. This is great for large groups. You're trying to figure out what to do with family coming over.
Right.
Go get some large shrimp.
Not everybody eats meat.
Exactly.
So that's perfect.
And
now,
then,
once you've got your shrimp,
once you got the shrimp now, Al, come on now. It's all about this lemon pepper sauce. All right. This is when you turn it up. So there's some hot sauce in here. So your favorite hot sauce, honey, a lot of lemon, and then you just drop that on top. Now does that not look good?
It looks good. Let's see how.
Come on, I'm gonna jump in there with you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Sweet, spicy, the lemon. Man, that is good.
Now listen, I can stay here all day and eat this with you.
We could, but we've got other things to do.
Well, let's jump into collard greens.
Oh, yeah, the collard greens.
Now, we're not braising collard greens.
Oh, okay.
These not your mama's collard greens. This is raw collard greens.
Okay, which you always think, wow, it's so tough. You couldn't eat it raw.
No, but that's the great thing about collard greens. They're versatile. They're affordable now.
Right.
I used to want to say cheap, but they're not cheap no more.
Nothing's cheap anymore.
They're affordable, and this is a great thing. So you make this beautiful coconut dressing.
So what did you? What was it? Like a toasted?
So some toasted cumin seeds.
Okay.
And you got to toast the cumin seeds because you want to get that effervescent. You want to bring it to life. So lime juice.
Yeah.
coconut milk.
And if I can, just for a second, I want we can't do this without our crew. Let's take a look at our stage crew. They got to bring stuff
Putting it all
and
together.
out in this heat. They're getting this thing done. Thank you, guys. You guys are doing a great job. We really appreciate
some mustard here. Ginger.
Yeah.
And then if you want it spicy, right, you can put a little bit of chipotle. I like to put it all out.
It's got a little smokiness in there.
Exactly. And then you blend that up.
Okay.
All right.
So that's your dressing.
So collard greens, you like the stems?
I do like the stem.
So if you like the stems like me and Al, you can keep the stems in, or you can just pull it.
Okay.
And what I like to do with the stems is I pickle them.
Oh, nice.
So there's no waste, right?
You're right.
So humid out here, Al.
Nothing's working.
Nothing's working, right? And then you just roll them up really nice.
And you're basically going to chiffon on it?
Yeah, so if anybody ever comes to Rockefeller Center, go down the field trip.
Hell yeah.
My rice bowl shop. We just opened a new one.
Where?
Right in front of Columbia University on 114th Street in Broadway.
Those students are going to love that.
So you heard Ali say that the students are going to love it. Send your kids to Columbia.
That's it. That's a main reason to do it. So you end up with something that looks like this.
Something like this. And then you add in the beautiful ingredients. Some red onions. Some cucumbers.
Right.
Candy cashews. You can buy those in the store now. Azuki red beans. And Azuki red beans. And then that dressing, right? And you just drizzle that right on top. And you mix that up. Now, what you think? This is my famous collard green salad. Man.
This is bright. It's fresh.
And you can put those prawns right on top. You can add some
there you go.
To it, some swordfish.
Layer this bad boy.
Exactly. All the things that speak summer. You know, I just mix it up. But you know, block parties for me are a thing.
That's fantastic. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Chef JJ, thank you so much. Guess what? We are just getting started here on the Ultimate Summer Block Party on today, all day. JJ Johnson's going to be back in our next hour with another delicious recipe. Coming up, then we're talking Mr. Adam Richmond, my man, going to show us how Brooklyn does a block party with a crowd-pleasing recipe for the perfect handheld bite. And our own Today contributor, Joy Bauer, is here with 2 tasty and nutritious recipes. Everybody's going to love all that and more as the Today Summer Block Party continues right after this. Welcome back to Al's Ultimate Summer Block Party. We're here on the plaza cooking fun with a few of our faves. Nobody knows how to throw a party like my good buddy, TV personality Adam Richmond. He's so good, I screwed up his name. He's here with a delicious appetizer fit for the whole neighborhood. Don't forget, scan the QR code below for the recipe. So what do we got cooking, my friend?
We have pulled pork egg rolls.
Ooh.
Super delicious, right?
Like
pulled
that.
pork egg rolls.
Oh, wow, everybody loves egg rolls. Everybody loves pulled pork.
Exactly. So you can do this with store-bought stuff, but if you want to go from scratch, let's start with from-scratch coleslaw. So what we have is green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots, and I salted it to get this excess moisture out of it.
Pro tip.
Yeah, well, the moisture is going to obviously break down.
So that keeps your coleslaw from getting watery.
Watery and that nice, thick, rich dressing breaking down. So we have some mayo, so if you wouldn't mind, we have some Dijon, we have some pickle juice, salt, sugar, pepper, and celery salt.
Boom.
So it's instead of just creamy and sweet, which is what most slaw is.
Right.
But again, feel free to use
whatever you want to do. No
Precisely.
judgment.
Now you can buy pulled pork from your favorite barbecue spot. You can make it. I know that I gave the good people at Today Food a recipe for my buddy Myron Mixon where you can make this the best, winningest man in competition barbecue.
Yep.
And he gave me a recipe for how to make pulled pork in your oven. So this will take roughly 4 hours start to finish. You could shred it with forks. You could just with forks rather. You could just pull it apart with your hands, and you want to get it in chunks. That's excellent. Just mix it all up so it's all covered. And the cool thing with the slaw is, the longer it sits in your fridge, the better the flavor is going to be. So again, you can pull it off into big chunks, hence pulled pork.
Yes.
Break it up so that you can work with it into the small egg rolls.
Okay.
So once we have it, you can mix it with your sauce. You can heat it up with your sauce.
All right.
And we have our egg roll wrappers. You can use water. You can use an egg wash. But basically, we're going to put water around the edges. So that's basically our glue because there's enough starch on it. And then, again, you can use any pork you wish. Yeah. You can use char siu, whatever you want. But I like old school pulled pork. I used to get some from a guy in Cabot, Arkansas, Mean Pig Barbecue. Wow. And I used to get really delicious stuff. And then, again, the slaw of your choice. So I like this one because it's not so sweet. Because barbecue sauce tends to come with its own inherent sweetness. Yep. Then I put like just a drizzle of barbecue sauce right down the center of it, because it's already going to have a little bit of juiciness, if you will, from the actual pork.
Now, slow down on that fold. Now, show us how you do it.
So we go over and tuck it.
Okay.
Then bring the edges in as best we can.
Right.
And then roll her on up.
There you go.
And then we have that water to seal. Well, it doesn't tear apart because we're on a 102-degree day on the plaza.
Woo!
All right, now you can do this in a deep fryer or you can pan fry. You want an oil that's going to get to 355 degrees. You want some with a low smoke point. So peanut oil, excellent for frying. Safflower, also really good. Again, you want to lay stuff down away from you so you don't look like the Phantom of the Opera, if you can. So you want to keep it. I usually try to do the wrap side down because then it sort of sticks.
Okay.
So you want to get it till it's golden brown. You don't want to overcrowd the pan because obviously it's going to lower the amount of energy to actually make it. So we have a few of these cooking away. And then finally...
And I noticed there's like, you can have a dipping sauce of your choice.
So I'll give you my favorite peanut sauce, and it is the easiest thing ever. Creamy peanut butter, hot water, sriracha, and garlic.
Wow. Oh, that's, that's fantastic.
See, and it's, the nice thing is it's a big, like, flavor punch without being super intense with the ingredients. So literally just use the hot water to get the peanut butter where you want it, olive oil and garlic in the pan, and then hot sauce if you need it.
Now, could you get to this point?
Yeah.
Put these in the fridge. And
to
then
tighten them up.
To tighten them up.
100%.
And so they're done ahead, and all you have to do the day of the party, drop them in the
Exactly what I do. Coming from a Jewish family, the fact that my cousins always want pulled pork egg rolls makes me feel some kind of way. But yeah, that's exactly what I do. Make them in advance. And the same thing, the slaw intensifies with the flavor. So too does the pork when it's soaking up all the sauce and those fibers. It's sacrilegious, if you will.
But so delicious.
So delicious.
It's delicious sacrilegious.
It's sacrilegious deliciousness.
The best. Thank you, buddy. All
right. You guys having a good block party?
Adam Richmond, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you always got to love at a block party. You kind of mosey along the block. You walk around, and then you see a good buddy. And look, oh my gosh, look who I just happened to run into. Joy Bauer. Oh, so good to see you.
Great to see
Our
you.
Today nutrition and health expert. We always count on her to bring some healthy and hearty dishes to the party. And you've got a little something fun, a little something, a little cooling right now.
I do.
Especially on a day like today.
Yes. And are we going to start right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Amazing. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, and you know that healthy food is my love language.
Of course.
So everything here is super simple. It's easy to make in bulk because I have massive block parties pretty much every weekend.
Do you really?
And also, it's totally scrumptious and seasonal. So we're starting with watermelon feta bites.
Well, right now, watermelon is at its peak.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so I'm going to show you very quickly how I cut it because this will make the process very simple. So I like to cut sticks, watermelon sticks, just like this, because then you very easily can produce a mass amount of these little cubes. And I should also say, we're using watermelon now. You can swap in honeydew, cantaloupe, even chunks of pineapple. I did it with mango the other day, and it was delicious. Yeah. So now it's about skewering.
Right.
So we put the watermelon on a stick. We have naturally sweet, juicy watermelon, coupled by feta, because everything's better with feta.
Better with feta.
And so it's important when you're buying feta for this one, you don't want to get the crumbled, you want to get the cubes. Right. So we put this on, and now it's all about the mint. So this is going to be a nice aromatic mint leaf.
Right.
And we need something to drizzle on it.
Sure.
So let's take this. Now, normally I would do a balsamic glaze. You get that zesty, tangy deliciousness. But I also tried it with hot honey. Pesto barbecue sauce. Honestly, anything works. Let me open this. Hold on. Want to do that? Give it a squirt. Right over there.
Here we go.
And you like pesto also, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so you actually have the perfect combination of this juicy, salty, savory, creamy.
And what's great about this is kind of the salt, sweet.
Yes. And you can make a great big platter, alternating the fruits as well. Even though I'm a little biased to watermelon, but really anything works.
I've never met anybody who had a watermelon bias.
But we all love watermelon.
Okay.
A bias towards watermelon. I love watermelon. I sing songs about watermelon.
Now corn is out there, the sweet seasonal corn.
Love corn. And so this is a southwestern corn salad that really complements anything that you're making. Hot dogs, burgers, steaks, chicken, anything that you are grilling, this will go with it. So I'm going to show you a little trick to get the kernels off of your corn.
Okay.
And by the way, you can also, if you want, swap in frozen corn or canned corn, but right now, ears of corn are, go for it. Okay, so we have a large bowl here. Then you're going to take a smaller bowl, invert it down below.
Right.
You put your corn on top, you take your knife, and you slice it off like that. And what that does is it catches all the kernels, because if you do it on a chopping block, sometimes they scatter all over the place and they go a little wild.
So they all catches them.
But you know what I also like to do? I just put it on the side, just like this. And I slice them
like that.
Yeah. So either way, you get your kernels off. Now, here are our kernels. You're going to toss them on the skillet. You can also start with grilled corn on the cob, and then you could skip this step.
I was just going to say, because that's what I do. I like to, especially if we have extra, I just grill it up and put it in a...
You're going to make the salad.
Yeah. Boom.
And so I have a little bit of olive oil here, and we're just going to saute it for about 7 minutes. We want to get these beautiful char marks. Yes. And when you do this, if you're not going to use your grilled corn, I'm going to tell you, Al, the kitchen starts to literally smell like buttered popcorn.
Ooh.
And sometimes you get some jumping actions, too, from the corn itself. Pop, pop, pop. Yes. Now we're going to build it.
Okay.
So we have our corn here, and we're going to put in, you're going to scoop this in. This is a can of rinsed and drained black beans. I have chopped red bell pepper, lots of color. Now we're going to put in red onion.
Okay.
The hardest part about this is just doing the chopping, and honestly, I'll chop the night before, jalapenos and cilantro.
Okay.
And now we're going to dress it up a little bit. Give this a mix first. I'm going to come around here.
Okay.
And I'm going to add in some lime juice.
Nice brightness.
Yes. And a little bit of olive oil. We don't have extra olive oil here, but I would put in a little bit more of extra virgin olive oil. A little bit of cumin, honestly, because I love a bit of a kick, and salt and pepper. And this is ready to go. But what did we mention before?
Everything's better with feta.
Right. So this time you're going to use crumbled.
Okay.
And you're going to put a little bit on top. And honestly, this platter will be the hit of a party. It's so delicious. Yeah. Here you go. I wish I had an extra fork. What do you think?
Oh, that's great.
And so easy, and you could double and triple the recipe so that you could make a great big batch. What I do is called mob meals, because we have so much family in the backyard all the time, so...
Well, in Brooklyn, mob meal means something else. That's another story.
It just means extra large, gigantic, healthy food in my house.
All righty, Joy, thank you. It's always good to see you, dear. All right, for this recipe and all the recipes from our block party, just scan the QR code below with your smartphone. Coming up next, we got Chef Jordan Andino. He's going to share a summer barbecue staple with a twist you do not want to miss. And David Rose joins us to make delicious mac and cheese bites. Let me tell you, I've had these before. They will change your life. The fun continues after Al's ultimate summer block party stays with us. Stay with us. We are back with more from Al's Ultimate Summer Block Party. I am joined now by Chef Jordan Andino. Give it up for Jordan. He is the chef and co-founder of the Carriage House here in New York. Jordan's also going to share his recipe for a really interesting summer barbecue staple. Okay, chicken wings, yes, but no, there's a twist. What is that twist?
All right, this is chicken adobo wings. Now, Al, chicken adobo is a national dish of the Philippines.
Oh, by the way, I got to mention, scan the QR code below to follow along and get the recipe. All right, now.
Check it out. Okay, Filipinos are known for chicken adobo, okay? It's soy, garlic, vinegar braised chicken. I turn that into a chicken wing because that's perfect for a summer block party, right?
All right, grab and go.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start here with some sugar cane vinegar called datu puti.
Okay, then if you can't get that, what could you use?
Regular white vinegar.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
or even rice wine vinegar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is dark soy. It's more concentrated on the salinity. Going to give it a little bit more flavor. And then right here, this is some oyster sauce, because you always need that sweet element.
Okay.
And whenever I cook, I love to have a sweet, so that's some sriracha right there.
Oh, so a little spice.
I definitely got to have that spice. Once it's in there, you're going to give it a nice little whisk. Do it up.
Okay.
So once it whisks, what you want to do is you're going to throw your wings in there. As the wings sit, they need to marinate.
Okay.
I would say at minimum 4 to 6 hours.
Could you leave it overnight?
Leaving overnight would be best.
Okay.
Yeah, at minimum 4 to 6 hours overnight, you're going to do it. So you're just going to let it sit, make sure everything's fully submerged, ready to go.
Okay.
Once you have that, and then we'll get to it. Now, you're going to make your breading, okay? Because you want that nice little texture.
Okay.
Right? Chicken wings, when you want them crisp, you got to have it. So now we're going to put in a little bit of a bay leaf. We're gonna get this going, and we're just gonna chop this up.
Zoom.
Chop up the babies. You want everything nice and homogeneous in terms of the texture.
Okay.
Once that's done, you throw it into your bowl.
Right.
And then you add your seasoning and your flavor. Of course, you need to accent a little bit of salt, garlic powder, onion powder to help elevate that base flavor. Some brown sugar to balance it out. And then some paprika, because paprika is always delicious.
Could you use smoked if you like?
You could use smoked, especially if you're going barbecue on a grill. I would definitely say that works. Then, here's the trick. Cornstarch.
Oh.
The crispiest wings in the world, cornstarch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Pro tip.
Cornstarch, everyone.
Cornstarch.
So you put it in. Once it's there, give it a nice little whisk. There you go.
Okay.
And it's ready to rock. So all from there. Wings have marinated 46 hours, at best overnight. So we're just going to throw them in there.
So you dredge them in here?
We're just going to dredge them right here. And you just toss everything ready to go. Like so. Oops. Toss it up, Al. There you go. Look at that. Crispy wings. And then once they're done, you have a napkin right there for you. And once they're done, they look like this. So now from this point, you can either deep fry them, you can bake them.
Right.
You can even
roast them.
Could
you grill them?
You can grill them for sure.
Okay.
It would be delicious. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make our dip. Every wing needs a dip.
Every wing needs a dip.
Every wing needs a dip. I don't care.
Everybody say together. Every wing needs a dip.
There you go. All right. So now what we're going to do is we'll start with a base of sour cream. Lemon juice is going to elevate all those flavors.
Could you use like a Greek yogurt if you're
Greek yogurt? Labno would work really well.
Okay.
Creme fraiche if you want to get fancy. Take your pick. Now we have coconut milk. Coconut cream, coconut milk.
Full fat.
Yeah, you want all of that.
That's
That's going to give you that nice island flavor. Add some sugar and some salt to help accent that. There you go, Al. Best sous chef ever right here, by the way. Come on, Al. All right, there you go.
Okay.
So then
that's your dip.
That's your dip. So then you have your wings and your dip. Please, this is for you to try.
Here we go.
Come on, let's do
By
it.
the way, what about you for summer? What was summer like for you, Jordan?
Growing up, summer for me was my birthday's in the summer. So all of these barbecues, grilled skewers, chicken wings, and big familial gatherings in hot East Coast humidity. That was my summer. What do you think of the wing?
These are amazing.
They're good, right? You have texture, you have spice, a little bit of sweet, and of course that coconut cream comes in.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic.
How delicious is that?
Wow. And you can, make up a big batch.
Man,
That's
so
fantastic.
many.
Jordan, always good to see you,
Thank
my
you,
friend.
Al. Appreciate it, man.
Have a great summer.
We're doing it.
Hey, don't forget, catch Jordan on his Netflix show, Cook at All Costs.
That's right.
Right next door, we got another. You know what's interesting? All these chefs are too darn good looking.
Gotta keep up with you, Al.
Right here, my man, chef, cookbook author David Rose, putting a spin on an old favorite, mac and cheese. Here's the difference. It makes it a perfect little portable snack for any block party. You have done this on the show before.
Yeah.
Life changer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, it's all about portion control. Somebody's taking too much of the mac and cheese. You go, and there's no more left. So portion control.
Right.
You got 20 guests, make 20 portions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, so how do we get started?
All right, so first things first, we want to make our cheese sauce. So that starts with a simple roux. So, equal parts fat, equal parts flour.
Right.
So you want to carefully, whisk that for me, Al?
Okay, you bet.
As you add the flour little by little. You want the flour to dissolve into the butter.
Right.
And that's going to be our thickening agent. So little
this
by
is
little.
basically a roux?
Exactly, so it's going to be a thickening agent, makes it nice and creamy, nice and saucy. All right, so once that's all in there, we're going to put the heavy cream in there once that comes together. So you cook that till it's not clumpy anymore and it's smooth.
Right.
And it's roux-like. It looks kind of like a peanut butter kind of, base. All right? So as you do that, little by little, you're adding heavy cream, And why not milk, If we're going to do it, let's do it. Let's not skimp. It's summertime.
Because they're small
Yeah,
portions.
they're small bites. So, every little bit counts. A little bit of heavy cream. And you bring that to a boil.
A boil.
Yeah, so once you do that by doing that slowly like that right there, getting all those clumps out, making that nice creamy sauce.
Smooth.
Because you got to have a creamy mac and cheese,
Of course you do.
All right, so once that comes up, what you want to do is you want to temper the eggs in there. The eggs are going to get it nice and stiff because you're going to leave that right here. I'm going to show you the tempering part right now.
You're going to go from that to
because
that.
normal mac and cheese, when it's just the roux, it's going to fall apart and be creamy, which is great.
Right.
But we want bite, so you kind of want to stiffen it up some.
Right.
So the egg's going to do that. You don't want to just add the egg in there because it's going to curdle.
Right.
So little by little, we call this tempering. So you're going to take that whisk, little by little, and incorporate that roux, that bechamel base in there little by little. And that's going to incorporate the egg, get it nice and thickened and stiff.
Without overheating.
Without overheating, exactly. See? So these little things right here make all the difference.
Pro tip, baby.
Pro tip, baby. Pro tip.
tip.
All right? So once you get that nice and tempered and it's brought the eggs up to the same temperature of that, you're going to put that back into here.
Uh-huh.
Yes. There you go. You've done it a time or two before, haven't you, Al?
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
I've never done the egg tempering.
See? These little things right here, these little chefy tricks make everything. So you whisk that all together. And while you're doing that, you're going to turn the heat off or turn it down. Then we're going to add our cheeses in there. So cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar is a must in there.
Oh, yeah.
You guys like cheddar cheese? They like cheddar cheese.
Sadly,
all right.
we can't give you any. I wish we could. But
I'm going to sneak you one. Don't tell Al, okay? All right, so cheddar cheese. All right. We're going to put a little bit of Parmesan for that nice kind of nutty sharpness. And this we get real creative. You like Monterey, you like Swiss, you like pepper jack, do what you want to do. We are smoking and grilling, so smoke Gouda.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, like that.
Everything's Gouda with Gouda.
Gouda with Gouda, yes, sir. And then we have our seasoning, salt, smoked paprika, garlic, and black pepper. All right? So once that's all incorporated, Al, we want to slide over here.
Okay.
We have our noodles pre-cooked.
All right.
These are elbow mac and cheese right here, but, you know, I like using cavatappi sometimes.
Right.
Those ridges kind of bring all that cheese together.
That's right.
All right? So we have our cheese sauce, Al.
Right.
This is the fun part. We're going to count it down. That's the cheese sauce, which is nice and melted and incorporated. We're going to add the elbow into there.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you guys count it down. On 3, Al's going to pour. Y'all ready? All right, so 1, add in there. There we go. You're going to add that in there. Put that there, Al. There you go. There you go.
I was confused.
Add it in there.
Would have been a lot messier. Would have been a lot messier.
There we go. All right, so 3, 2, 1. There you go. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Then you get that nice and mixed together and nice and creamy and dreamy. Everything nice and incorporated, right? Doesn't that look good?
Oh, my
Now,
God.
we could eat that the way it is right now.
Of course you could.
You know, but you can add even more flavor by smoking it out. So what I like doing is I spray this so it releases a little bit of cooking spray.
Right.
And on the bottom, I like adding breadcrumbs.
Oh, sure.
And I like adding cheese. It's going to get a texture and a nice crunchy exterior and also allow it to release.
Okay, when your mom made baked macaroni,
yes, sir,
cheese,
yeah,
breadcrumbs on top?
Breadcrumbs on top sometimes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
I know sometimes in some households, breadcrumbs is sacrilegious, but I'm all about texture. I'm a texture junkie. So we're going to add some Parmesan cheese in there as well.
Okay.
Give it a nice texture. Yes, there we go, Al. See? I love this. Doesn't it look good already, my friend?
Oh, my gosh.
There we go. All right, now we're going to take a scoop, and we're going
like
to go
an ice
ahead
cream
and put it in
soup.
there. Yeah, So the great thing about this is it's a 1 or 2 biter, depending how hungry you are.
Sure.
And it really kind of, drives home that portion control.
And you don't really feel bad about it.
No, you don't feel bad, all right?
So you would put that in the oven?
And then a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top of that as well. Yes. So
could you, if you had your grill going, and you had like a hot side and a cool side,
yes,
could you put that in there?
This right here, this recipe, I actually smoke it in that big green egg. Or the grill. But you
the
can
big
also,
green egg.
so they're small, they cook pretty quickly.
Sure.
15, 18 minutes, and what you have is crispy, decadent, creamy bites. I'm gonna let you be the judge, Al.
That's fantastic.
Right? I'm gonna join you, my friend. Cheers. Block party to end all block parties with this right here, my friend.
Hey, tell me, David, did you go, when you were a kid, did you go camping or anything like that? What did you do in the summer?
Actually, when I was a kid, not so much. The older I've gotten really into it. And I actually came from a round trip, Utah and back to Atlanta. And along the way, I camped and just lived off the land and unplugged. It was amazing. You gotta come with me, Al. Can Al come camping with me? Al should come camping with me.
What's your favorite go-to recipe when you're on an open campfire?
Steak, baby.
Steak.
Steak. Ribeye, luscious ribeye. Get that nice char on there. Medium rare. Slice that up with some, potatoes. I'm all about it.
But when you're camping, so what do you bring with you to cook? I mean, to use as your cooking utensil?
I either use a fire, a nice grill grate over that, or you have an induction burner, or you have a lot of these products out here that have little propane tanks where you can put the pan on there. So it's really, really come along since, the olden days where you're camping. It's a whole different game.
The olden days.
Whole different game.
Back there when you rode in on a mule. Rolling in a mule. That's right.
Exactly. Chuck wagon.
Chuck wagon. We stayed in a lean-to. David Rose, good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
David's going to come back in just a little bit with another delicious summer dish for our summer bash. Coming up, one of our neighbors here in the Rockefeller Plaza, Chef Greg Backstrom's going to be joining us to make a summer squash salad bursting with flavor. It bursts so much you have to stand back. And the game of the summer, Cornhole. Why is it called Cornhole? Well, we'll find out when we talk to 3 professional cornhole players sharing their secrets. All that and more coming up on Al's Ultimate Summer Block Party right here on Today All Day. Right. I'm going to go to Cornhole. Oh, we're on. We're on. This is the beauty of streaming live. Anything can happen. It's fantastic. Wow, we may have a human sacrifice a little later. Anyway, welcome back to our ultimate summer block party. And we've got one of our 30 Rock neighbors here to show us his favorite block party dish, 5 Acres chef Greg Backstrom. Greg, good to see you. The restaurant looks fantastic downstairs, and I know you guys are going to be changing things up a little bit and even expanding it more and making it so terrific. Yeah. So what are we making? But before I say that, I keep forgetting you have to, if you want to try this recipe, and you will, scan the QR code and get all of the ingredients. So now, what are we making here?
We're going to make like a super summery summer squash salad.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's like very farmers market driven, but it won't be. It'll be very bright. We're going to use some Asian ingredients to make a dressing. So to make like a Thai vinaigrette, we're going to use palm sugar as the sweetener.
Now, if you can't get palm sugar, is there something?
You could substitute with sugar. Just use a little bit less though.
Got it.
So this is fish sauce.
Okay.
And then this is lime juice.
So that brightens it up.
Yeah. So it's a dressing with no fat. So it's pretty healthy. So we throw some a big chili in there, like it's a red jalapeno, some garlic, and then these are lime leaves that we just crush up.
That's interesting. I thought it was bay leaf. Interesting.
Then this we have lemongrass, and we basically just clean up the outsides, and it doesn't have to be too serious. You just pop it in, turn it on, and it'll blend up, and that's what we have down on the end.
Okay, so that's done.
Yeah, so that's the dressing.
Right.
And then we're going to have like a crouton or a topping to the salad. So it's toasted dried shrimp.
Oh.
It's easier to find than you would think.
Interesting.
Cashews. Those get blended up. And once blended, we have it here. We add crispy shallots to it. So we're going to take shallots on a mandolin. Watch your fingers.
Yes.
Go slow. You start it with it off.
Right.
You break them in there. And what you'll end up getting is these little fried rings. Once it comes to a low simmer, eventually they'll get nice and crispy, and you'll get these guys here.
Ooh, that looks lovely.
So we just make a mix of those 3 ingredients, and it becomes our little crunchy topping for our salad. So then here's like the zoodles, or the sort of the healthy part. So we use summer squash, like yellow zucchini basically, and green zucchini. The trick is you don't really want to use the inside part because it's too watery.
Oh.
So you just kind of, safely go like 2-3 times each time, and you'll have these nice long noodles. You'll bring it here. It doesn't have to be that serious. Any herbs you want. We got mint, we got basil and cilantro, and then that dressing.
Yeah.
And we just give it a quick little toss.
Could you put mint in there if you wanted?
Yeah, mint. I mean, honestly, if you didn't even want to do it with these ingredients, I've done it a lot with like orange and olives instead.
Oh, wow.
And so you just dress it like 5 minutes before you want to eat it.
Okay.
And
so in other words, you could do the separate ingredients ahead of time, leave them in the fridge, and then assemble.
You just need something very acidic. That in this case it's the lime juice. So lime juice, red wine vinegar, whatever you have,
and then your crunchy topping.
So it's like a very bright, summery squash salad, and everyone likes a good fork twirl.
Oh. Kind of like a little pasta, or the zoodle.
Good daytime salad.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah.
What is summer food, block party, camping? What have you done when you were growing up?
Well, I was in the Boy Scouts for like 15 years.
Oh wow!
So a lot of my summers were camping with my father and my brother. And then, we lived in a nice neighborhood that had a block party every year.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, this is a perfect addition to it, Greg.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
Thanks. I'll see you down there.
Good to see you. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's a block party without some games? Well, we've got one that has seemed to explode. Cornhole, one of the most popular activities at neighborhood gatherings this morning. We've got 3 of the best cornhole players in the country joining us. We've got Lori Dool, Yeti Irwan, and Moses Azuda. They are pros in the American Cornhole League. I never knew there was an American Cornhole League. That's fantastic. So how did you guys get into cornhole?
So we all started playing cornhole at our local leagues and started to become bigger and started travel, going to a regionals, conference, and our national, our world championships, which are next week.
So Yeti, why is it called cornhole?
Oh, I think because when it just started, it's the people that play it in the beginning, they replace the bags filled with corn.
Oh, very good. And Moses, have you grown up playing cornhole?
No, I've actually, well, somewhat. I've been playing since I was about 15.
All right.
So
How old are you now?
18. About
all right. Like a third of your life. It's unbelievable.
Right, almost,
or a quarter of your life. All right. So why don't you show? Are there certain moves to cornhole?
There's a certain way to throw the bag.
You and Yeti will go down there, and Yeti's going to teach you how to throw.
All right. Teach you how to play.
So show us how we do this.
Okay. So first of all, every bag in the pro, usually every bags have two sides. So this is the slick side, which is faster, and this is the sticky side. And then when you throw the bags, when you release it, your fingers, it's called finger blast.
A finger blast.
A finger blast. So you use your fingers to spin the bag. So it will be flat in the air, spinning.
Okay, so it's spinning like you're tossing a pie, a pizza pie.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right. So here we go, the blast. All right.
There you go. Let's see you throw one out.
I see. Oh yeah.
Well, this is not going to go well.
Try.
So is it the only goal? See, it says the red zone. Is it obviously the goal is to get it in there? But if you're knocking your opponent? Is it like a shuffleboard where you've got to knock somebody's bag off to keep them from going?
So what the red zone is for is like, say if Yeti had a bag right here.
Right.
Well, we call it the red zone because it's still possible to get that bag back into the hole if Yeti was to shoot straight for the hole. Hit this corner and pull it back in. That's why we call it the red zone. To let us know that it's still there to be dragged.
Okay.
You can always play defense.
There you go.
Shuffleboard.
A little higher, you got it.
Yeah, a little high.
Throw a little bit higher.
Okay.
You want a nice arc on it.
Nice arc. Okay,
yeah, go
ahead,
up a little
Yeti, show
bit.
me how. Oh!
Just a
Throw
little.
it a little too hard.
It's like I'm bowling.
Go up like that.
Up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If you keep your arm a little straighter, you got it.
Oh gosh. I'm missing right now.
There it is.
Oh,
that one looked pretty good.
It looked good.
One more.
Okay, one more.
Yeah.
Come on, El.
Lift it up.
There it is. Oh.
Oh, all right. Very good. Well, Laura, Yeti, and Moses, thank you so much. Very exciting. And we found out why it's called cornhole. Up next, we're going to move on to dessert with Milk Bar owner Christina Tosi. And my buddies from the third hour today will join us live for her summertime skillet cookie recipe. Don't go anywhere. Loads more block party bites coming up on the second hour of our ultimate summer block party. Christina will be back. Alejandro Ramos will be back. Adam Richmond will be back. This is a party. You guys having a good time? It's the summer block party. Your Al's summer block party right here today all day. Let's go.
Roker. He's not here in studio with us this morning because he is throwing an epic summer block party, but he looks hot.
Right out there. I know he does. He's taken over our plaza, and he's cooking with some of our favorite chefs.
Al Roker needs that, by the way,
Yeah,
Mr. Melvin.
big
Right
time.
now, he has a sweet summer dessert to take your own block party to another level. Al, you all right out there?
Oh, we're doing great, guys. I mean, we're having a great time. We've got so many of our great friends, chefs. It's a perfect way to celebrate the best parts of summer, thanks to our sponsor, Good and Gather, only available at Target. Joining me right now, Milk Bar owner and dessert queen, Christina Tosi, going to show us how to make a summertime skillet cookie. I love this.
I mean, who doesn't love a skillet
Come
cookie for the
on.
summertime?
Woo!
So for me, baking has a place at a block party.
Yes.
100%. But I brought this recipe with me today because, you can feel the energy out here,
Sure.
right? It's convivial. It feels like a reunion. There's togetherness. And you don't want to spend all your time hiding out in the kitchen prepping, right?
No. You can do this and then bring it out
You
later.
can do this. You can buy store-bought. There's so many ways around it. I'm going to show you how we get it done from scratch.
Oh, my good
You're
friend
my
Craig
cookie
Melvin
monster,
right
right?
Thank you.
My friend looked warm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What do you think?
Stick is us. I like it. Very impressive.
Craig's always got your back.
He is.
Okay, so we're going to start with 2 sticks of butter.
Okay.
You're going to give me a little light brown sugar.
Okay.
I'm going to go granulated sugar in the mix. It's a nice little combo. This is going to be a chocolate chip based cookie, so I like a little light brown sugar, a little granulated sugar. If you were going to go more of like a fruity sugar cookie vibe, go all granulated sugar.
Okay.
The sugars really help set the tone of the flavors that are going to come after. From there, we're going to scrape down the bowl.
Right.
It takes 1 egg and a whole lot of vanilla extract. The secret to any great chocolate chip cookie, by the way. You want to get on vanilla?
Okay.
I'll go egg. In the mix, you can make this dough ahead of time, which is really great.
Oh, that's
we
great.
also make this cookie dough, and we sell it at Target.
Oh, my gosh.
You can get a cornflake chocolate chip marshmallow cookie dough or a fruity cereal cookie dough. So different strokes for different folks.
I like that.
And then it's dry ingredient time.
Okay.
So we're going to do the normal dry ingredients first.
Okay.
Flour,
Okay.
salt, baking powder, baking soda.
Any particular order you like?
Just all in the
Just
mix
all in
here.
the mix.
I mean, do you want a job? I feel like you could work at the Milk
there's
Bar
some
Kitchen.
days I need one.
We'd hire you.
I'm there.
Look at this man. He's taking control.
Pay me in cookies.
So here's a real, go for it.
Okay.
Here's a real tip for a cookie like this. If you're gonna make a cookie and add a bunch of fun stuff at the end,
right.
You add your basic dry ingredients first. You bring your dough together just to what I call it shaggy, so it's not all the way mixed. So it stays nice and fudgy and dense.
Right.
And then you add what I call the fun stuff.
Okay.
So cornflake crunch, marshmallows, chocolate chips, right? It's salty, it's sweet, it's a
Got
whole lot of
everything going
energy.
for it.
And then everything goes in the mix because we know we still have mixing to go.
Right.
So adding this stuff into the dough is going to give us texture and goo and personality.
Okay, so we're
And
mixing our
then
dough.
you pull out the skillet. So this skillet has been preheated. You can make the skillet cookie in an oven, 350, or hand it to the person manning the grill.
Oh my
or
gosh.
womaning the personing the grill,
Personing the
right?
grill.
So you preheat the skillet so you get a
Right.
nice crust on the bottom of your cookie. It goes straight into a seasoned skillet. Grease it if you don't have
Sure.
a seasoned skillet. And all you do is you take your spatula and you spread it out just so it reaches the end, and then you go fun stuff. So whatever you think meets the personality of the cookie you're trying to make. There you go.
Oh, I like the salty sweet.
The salty sweet. We've got, so these cookies are our super crunchy cookies. They're new to the aisles of the grocery store. That's brown butter chocolate chip to
Okay.
bring the flavor personality. Look at him. He's
It's like a cookie
give me
pizza.
a cookie. I've been out here all day.
All right.
So milkbarstore.com. We got all the recipes for you. We got all the cookie energy for your summer block
fantastic.
party.
All right, we got to go back to our pals at the third hour today. Next commercial, guys, you come out, get some cookies. Fantastic. So, okay. So anyway, the
That party's just getting started.
They're going. So they're. So this is a chocolate chip right here.
Cornflake chocolate
What
chip
do you-
marshmallow.
when you think summer, what are some of your summer memories?
So we were just joking in the back, all the chefs together. And I was like, I never went to sleepaway camp. My mom
I
would
didn't
send
either.
me to Ohio where my grandparents lived. And she was like, you're going to live that farm life the way that I was raised.
Oh my God.
To keep you like, I don't want you to be a city girl. I want you to be like, I want you to appreciate where corn is grown and how to mow the lawn and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
You know, it's so funny you say that because that was one of my regrets. I had all these friends in my neighborhood who had family like down south, and they'd go down south for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. My family literally was within a mile.
But
so we
that's
had
a
no.
blessing
I know
in its
it
own
was,
right.
but we had nowhere to go.
Wait, so what did you do? Block party?
We would go. Well, we would have backyard barbecues. People would come over, and we would also go here in New York. About 40 miles north is Bear Mountain, whatever,
Oh, yeah,
which
for
we'd always
sure.
call upstate, which is really it's just a suburb.
There's a lot more upstate New York
I
than
know.
Bear Mountain.
But it would be a caravan.
Swimming?
Some swimming. But we'd be a caravan of station wagons going up.
Skillet cooking on the grill?
Oh yes,
I mean-
absolutely. So that's really great.
Oh, I love it. Are you ready
yeah,
for
let me
a
try a
slice
little
of
of the
this?
chocolate.
Ooh, this thing is gooey. You can
Oh.
s'mores it up. Ooh,
This is
my
good.
friends.
This
You
looks
ready?
so good.
Hold on, let me get a slice in here.
Okay.
What's your
Right.
favorite kind of cookie, by the way?
You know what? I either a chocolate chip or an oatmeal raisin.
Ooh, okay, I see. There's a little parchment
little-
under here.
Oh, they did
Here
some
we
parchment
go.
to keep it from sticking,
There you
which
go.
seemed to defeat the purpose. But there you here we go. Oh,
Tell me
okay.
you're mad at that. You're not mad at that.
Never mad at that. Well, that does it for the first hour. Come on over, Christina. It does it for the first hour of our ultimate summer block party. I want to thank all of our chefs and the cornhole players who helped us kick off our summer special. Christina, you're going to be back in the next hour. What do you got?
Oh, I got strawberry corn cookie bars for you, my friend.
You eat that while you play cornhole. So it doesn't get much more summery than that. Our ultimate summer block party continues right after the break. Don't go away. Right here. Woo! Here we go. block party. It's the Today All Day Ultimate Summer Block Party. I'm Al Roker. Hey, we got a very special, because we're hosting our very first block party right here on the plaza, thanks to our sponsor, Good and Gather, only at Target. We're cooking up an epic party with tasty treats that will have your whole neighborhood talking. We got JJ Johnson right here. Okay, he's got festive finger foods. Milk Bar's Christina Tosi back with a summery dessert you don't want to miss. Adam Richmond, Alejandro Ramos right there, and more. Scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen with your smartphone for all the recipes. Of course, Block Party wouldn't be complete without fun and games. And we are going to be joined by a New York staple, the elite Brooklyn Jumpers. These are not them. These are not them. I don't ever want to see that. I don't ever. Wait, you look like the Blues Brothers. I need you. I need you. Anyway,
does something to me.
Oh, man. Little throwback here. Block parties are a beloved American tradition. No surprise why, as long as there's no dancing like that. They bring communities together. Our friend Hoda Kotb dug into the history behind the social phenomenon.
When summer hits its peak, neighbors from coast to coast pour out onto the pavement. America loves a block party. It's an epic get-together set in the street with everything from grilling and games to music and dancing. The beloved tradition dates back more than a century. A New York Times article from 1923 calls the block party a social phenomenon. And over the years, the neighborhood gathering evolved into a full-on celebration, often even including live entertainment, vendors, even rides. When residents close the streets, the traffic ends and the party begins.
Oh, I love it. Thanks, Hoda. We really appreciate that. Well, I got another New York staple here, TV personality Adam Richmond. I did it again. I said, Alan. Adam Richmond, who's back with a summer dish you're going to want to share with friends and neighbors. You already had me at sauteed onions.
Yes. So, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to slice the onion nice and thin, make a nice little claw with your finger, and you could even use a mandolin, but you want to get these nice thin slices. Mm-hmm. So once we have the onion sliced in, we're going to caramelize them down to roughly this consistency. Wow. And an easy way to add.
How do you do that? I mean,
just oil, butter, and thyme. You don't want to, and a little bit of salt, but not the spice thyme.
No, this could take 20 minutes.
Not even. Not even. And you want to make sure you don't have the heat too high, because when they pass this caramelized color, they get burnt, and it kind of tastes kind of nasty. So what we're going to do is not
eat much.
So we're going to add some of this wonderful Good and Gather beef stock that we have, and that's going to help sort of bring up the beefiness. And a little trick, and this my dad even used to use in his hamburgers for the block parties.
Is this
onion
Lipton's?
soup mix?
Yeah.
Onion soup mix.
Oh.
So you're going to put...
My mom used to put that in meatloaf.
Amazing in meatloaf. Incredible in meatloaf. My pop used to use either meatloaf seasoning, McCormick's meatloaf seasoning, or the soup mix. So you want to get this going. You want this eventually come to a boil and then simmer it.
Okay.
And then while it's actually simmering, we're going to just take some thinly sliced roast beef. You could just buy this from your local deli.
Already cooked.
Right, and so this is inspired by one of my favorite places in Brooklyn at Nostrand Avenue U called Brennan and Carr.
Oh my gosh.
And they make a sandwich called the KFJ, the knife and fork job. So I call this my knife and fork job casserole. So this is what that will eventually look like. Okay. And plus, because it's cold, it's going to soak up all that broth. We take potato rolls. You can get the dinner roll size. You lay it on the bottom. Right. And then what we're going to do is basically just take a whole honkin' bunch of that's a technical term.
It is.
A honkin' bunch.
It's from the French, isn't it?
Yeah, from le honk. Le honk. Le bunch, le honk.
We've known each other too long.
Mais bien sûr. Have you ever been my
chef.
Exactly. We worked together at Vandelay Industries years ago. He was my latex salesman.
And you want to be my latex salesman.
Exactly. So basically, we're going to layer this on there. And
there used to be a lot more of this, but tell her about the shrinkage, Jerry.
I was in the pool, Al. I was in the pool. Anyway, so we're going to lay this down there. And the broth, obviously, the beef is cooked into it.
Sure.
We want to layer in as much of the broth as we can, about roughly to the height of the last bun.
Okay.
KFJ stands for knife and fork job, and that's basically what we're going to do. So once we layer it on, we're going to layer in some Swiss cheese.
Okay. Could you use any cheese you want?
You can. I've always liked beef with, like Swiss with roast beef. Cheddar does really well, but you want something with a bit of bite. American tends to be very creamy. So I tend to like a Gruyere, which melts really nice, or Swiss. So we do this, then we're going to top it, as much as these guys can stay together. We're going to top it with the entire sheet of buns.
Right.
And then we're going to brush just some melted butter right on top so they get glazed and they get brown and they get nice and golden. We're going to put it into a 350-degree preheated oven for 25 minutes. And what's so cool is when it's finished, when you serve it, everyone gets their own little slider.
Right.
So you can prepare a bunch of sliders all at once, and it still soaks up all the juice. Please, let me know what you think.
And hence, because of the soggy bottom, probably knife and fork.
Knife and fork job, exactly. Although in 102-degree Manhattan, soggy bottom takes on a whole new meaning.
Isn't that a suburb in Washington?
I think, or
soggy bottom,
something like that. Or it's where, like, SpongeBob has like a restaurant.
What was summer for you like growing up in New York?
Oh my gosh, Dad grilling Cherry Stone and Little Necks on the Weber in the yard, Nellie Bly Amusement Park, playing ball with my friends at Marine Park.
So, like me, there was probably no sleepaway camp for you.
Eventually there was.
Was there?
Eventually there was. I was a Manhattan Beach Jewish Center day camp kid. Oi, blavin' schmaven. But I did that for a while. And then I went shockingly to performing arts camp.
Oh, wow. Which one?
I went to Frenchwoods Festival in Hancock. And I went to Brookwood in Glen Spey, New York. I did that for a little bit.
Were you going to be an actor?
I went to Yale Drama School.
I did not know that.
I got the agents that helped get me Man vs. Food. I got out of Yale Drama School. Yale School of Drama class of 2003.
My gosh.
My classmate Malik was in 30 Rock right here on this very, very beautiful network of yours.
Wow. Adam.
Love you to death.
Thank you, my friend. Love that. All right, let's
summer.
head over this way. Happy summer. Chef Jordan Andino is joining us now. Hey, Chef, what's happening?
We're back. We're back.
Good to see you, sir.
How are you? How are you?
Good, good, good. Now, he's known for his unique spin on traditional Filipino dishes, and he's got a summer staple, barbecue pork skewers. To follow along, get this recipe, just scan the QR code. All right, Jordan, I can't wait to see
over
this.
Here, over
we're
here.
Going to start here.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Right. We're going to start with garlic. I have garlic tattooed on my arm right here.
Gosh.
See that right there?
Wow.
We got garlic. It's a base flavor that I love to put in all of my Filipino food, all right? So every kitchen, I think, should have this.
Okay.
For whole garlic, you're just going to blend it with some vegetable oil.
All right.
And then this now allows you to have that minced garlic without having to peel
Mince it.
and mince it every time. And now you just take it from a spoon. So it looks like that. You're ready to rock.
Okay.
Now, here's the tough part. Lemons.
Okay.
You want that acidity. You want that to break down and tenderize the meat. So what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze. Okay, you're going to be the squeezer.
Okay, squeezer.
Ready?
I'm a
Bring
squeezer.
it over here. So
okay.
We're going to take 3 lemons, squeeze it, and then give it to me. Done.
Okay.
We're going to do all these. Now, the main reason here, the acidity is going to tenderize the pork, and of course, all of that delicious flavor goes really well with pork, especially when it marinates. This right here, you have to marinate for at least a day.
Oh, at least a day.
At least a day. The longer, the better. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you always hear that if you've got a lot of citrus in your marinade, the meat starts to cook.
That is correct. But when we're talking about pork, you want that kind of semi-cooked a little bit from all that acid, and you really want to bring that together.
Cool. Okay.
And then the last one right here.
All right.
So now, once you do that, you're going to add in your brown sugar, and Al, let me tell you.
Please tell me.
This dish just makes it perfect for summer barbecues, okay? You grill. I grew up having this at all my Filipino barbecues. Hundreds and hundreds of pork barbecue skewers.
Wow.
You go to the Philippines on the street, there's
They're
skewers.
selling them? So this is like street
everywhere.
food?
This is street food. This is delicious street food, and we're going to start featuring this at my other restaurant, Flip Siggy, also in the West Village.
All right.
And now we're going to add in, ready, secret, Coca-Cola.
Wow.
Mind blown.
Coca-Cola?
In the marinade, y'all. That's how you do it.
Wow.
All right, so now then you have some oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is going to help with that same, like that sweetness, but also the salt. And then, of course, soy sauce to bring in the salinity.
Okay.
Now, the carbonation coupled with the vinegar or the acid from the lemons, that's going to tenderize your pork. Here,
Okay, so what kind of pork are you using?
Okay, so here we like to use pork butt.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize it's not the butt.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the shoulder.
Ah.
Okay, it's not the butt. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. It's imperative that when you cut it into small little strips so that you know that you can get everything caramelized, but also it takes it a lot less longer to cook. Right? You don't want to take too much time. So it's going to look like this, about an inch, I'd say an inch long by half an inch wide.
So first time you cut
Just
against
like
the grain, and then you're cutting.
Yeah. So well, you're gonna cut with the grain.
I see.
A little bit, but also
Eventually.
obviously against because
Yeah,
we're gonna chop
Back
it
and
up.
forth.
Once you get it here, you're gonna pour that marinade right in.
Okay.
So we'll just bring it in.
Oh,
right,
even better.
Yeah, we'll go this
Even
way.
easier, yeah.
There you go. Oh, got it. You okay? It gets messy in here. It gets messy in here.
Look out.
All right. So now we're gonna do. Now this is fun. This is the skewering part. Okay. This is where you can bring in your family.
Right.
As a child, I sat here and skewered hundreds and hundreds of skewers for my own birthday.
Make those kids work for their supper.
Right, and then so once it's skewered, you can put 4 or 5 pieces on. It looks delicious, and then you can put them right on to the grill like so.
So at this point, you could skewer these all, put them in the fridge until you're ready to cook them up.
That's right, and that's why this makes for a really good summer recipe, because you can do all the work ahead of time.
Right.
All you got to do is just throw it on the grill whenever you get to wherever you're going to go.
And how long will these take to cook
So
up?
these typically take about, like, I would say, 5 to 8 minutes, depending how hot your grill is.
Right.
You want to leave it on medium heat, and then what you're going to get is nice, beautiful caramelization.
Oh, yeah.
I heated this up for you. I cut that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Right there. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, that is magnificent.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Tender, but juicy, tangy, spice, salt. It's all there. How good is that?
My gosh, that is fantastic. Jordan, thank you
This
so
how
much.
Filipinos eat in the summer, Al.
Well, you guys got the right idea.
We get it. We did it, baby.
Well, it's not a block party unless you've got somebody doing double Dutch.
Ooh, yes.
Coming up, we're going to introduce you to a group that's bringing communities together across the city. And Chef David Rose will join us with the best chicken sandwich on the block. We'll be right back as Al's Ultimate Summer Block Party continues. Welcome back to the Ultimate Summer Block Party here on Today All Day. We want to switch gears a little bit. You know, you've been eating, now you got to maybe work off a little bit of that food. Well, we've been highlighting another fun block party everybody can get into, Double Dutch. Joining me right now, Tashima Flowers. She's the co-founder of Elite Brooklyn Jumpers, a Double Dutch group here in New York, along with a few of her talented spinners and jumpers, ropers and jumpers. So Tashima, tell us, how did you get involved with Double Dutch?
So Double Dutch has been something I've been doing since I was about 10 years old in the community of Brooklyn. And after COVID, I decided to reach out to one of my friends, ask her if we could jump Double Dutch. And she was like, let's do it. So it's just something just going outside, adults jumping, and having fun.
Yeah.
And we just got so much, good vibes from the community.
Tell me, how does Double Dutch bring the community together?
Look at it. Look at that. It's something fun. You burn calories. You bring people together.
And you've got a lot of, okay. And you've got obviously jumpers of all ages.
Absolutely. We have our young jumper right here, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
And we have our older adults right here jumping. And just having fun.
Wow, that's amazing. So walk us through when you talk about Double Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah, because jumping rope is hard enough.
Right.
Is it about the rhythm?
It's about the rhythm. It's about the 1-2, 1-2 rhythm. So as you see Javon, he's just going this 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. And as long as you keep that rhythm and you have great turners, you'll always stay in the rope.
Well, let's get JJ in there because JJ has been showing. You want to give it a shot, JJ?
I haven't jumped in a long time now.
You got this, JJ.
I got to jump in?
Yes. Oh, you want to jump in the middle?
In the middle? Okay. What's the trick? How do I do this?
So when I say jump, it's a 1-1 rhythm. We just jump in, all right?
Okay.
1-1 rhythm.
All right.
All right. So back up slightly, okay. Ready?
Hope I don't embarrass you.
Set, you're good. Jump.
Oh, yeah. Oh! That's what I'm talking about. Whoa!
It's a good workout.
Hey, Tashima, is there a skill to doing the rope?
Great job.
You mean turning?
Yeah, turning the rope.
Yes, you have to pay attention. It's important for you to pay attention to your jumper, right?
So
the turners have to pay
I'm using my knee surgery as an excuse.
Come on.
Yeah.
So now look. So now my turners are paying attention to the way he's jumping, right? So if he was going too fast, then they would speed up the rope.
Right, and each turner has to be in sync.
Yes, it has to be in sync. Yeah, so it's a team building skill, right?
Wow.
It's a team building skill.
That's fantastic. Great job, guys.
Great job.
Really impressive. Thank you. What's your name?
Benowa.
Benowa, and you are?
Javon.
And you are?
Kimberly.
And you're Jackson. Good. Yeah. I like Jackson's style. I love that. And Tashima, you and your jumpers are going to be back a little bit later in the hour. Teach some more of our chefs how to double dutch.
Yes.
But first, let's check out my man, Mr. David Rose. I'm going to put that right there. And
back out.
Chicken sandwich,
yes, sir.
The ultimate chicken sandwich for the ultimate block party.
Yes, sir.
All right, so how do we get started?
All right, first things first, you have your chicken right there. You want to dry that off. And it's all about a breading process. Chicken breast right there.
Could you use chicken thighs?
So I love chicken thighs. You could use either one, you know.
A boneless,
boneless
chicken thigh.
Exactly, yes. So what you have right here, you want to always season as you go out.
Right.
So we have here some AP flour. Want to help me? Got salt. We got a little garlic powder, little cayenne, a little bit of smoked paprika.
Ooh, nice.
Black pepper, onion powder. You want to give that a whisk for me there, Al, please?
Bet.
Thank you, sir. All right, so what you want to do right here, the standard breading procedure. I don't know about you. I like crispy fried chicken.
Who doesn't?
And this is going to be the winning combination right here.
I'll switch
so I'm going to slide around.
Okay.
And what you're going to do...
Does this have a double dredge?
Double dredge, exactly.
Double Dutch?
For double entendre. I like that.
Woo!
I see what you did
We
there.
weren't doing a double entendre. That's a different show on a different streaming channel.
True story.
Okay, never mind.
Exactly. So we have here, you want to get that in there.
Right.
You want to add that to our egg wash. You got our good and gather.
Right.
Eggs right there. Both sides. I have similar seasoning in the panko as well. Panko
So you
is
like
Japanese.
panko bread
I
crust.
love panko. Gets that nice, crunchy, kind of crispy exterior. And then you batter that on both sides.
Right.
All right? Batter right there.
Okay.
You have our...
Hey, batter.
This is the fun part, that sizzle. If it ain't sizzling now, you ain't cooking. So let's listen. Let's listen. Let's listen for the sizzle. It's faint, but it's almost there.
Well,
it's almost there.
So is that, when you talk about it sinking...
Yeah.
Do you know it's ready when it reaches, kind of floats up to the top?
What I like doing to kind of test it before I put it in, a little bit of flour. You see those bubbles kind of pop, you know that oil is ready for you. Yes.
And you don't want to overcrowd the pan.
You don't want to overcrowd the pan because it's going to steam. You want it to fry and get that nice crispy exterior.
Right.
You worked hard for all that, Al, so
Come on.
let's skip now.
All right.
All right, so saucy, spicy, delicious.
Yes.
We have sort of a Asian-inspired kind of barbecue sauce. So you got ketchup.
All right.
You can help me out here out. We got some gochujang, which is
that's a
spicy,
Japanese,
exactly.
Korean.
Spicy Korean chili paste. Got great umami in there as well. I like sweet and spicy, so maple syrup. Maple syrup in there as well.
Okay.
A little bit of that Worcester again. Soy sauce, Soy sauce for that nice umami.
And
a little bit of rice wine vinegar. Because whenever you're making your sauce, you want to have balance. So sweet, salty, acidic, you let that come to a boil, reduce it. Now, I'm all about, nice contrasting flavors. So you need a pickle. A pickle gives it that great acidity.
Right.
You make these at home in scratch under 10 minutes. So in here, I got some sliced thin cucumber, mandolin is great, sliced thin onion, and some dill as well. So to this, I have rice vinegar. I boil that with some crushed red peppers, some crushed garlic in there as well, and Szechuan peppercorn to kind of drive home and bolster that Asian flavor.
Now, when you pour do you pour it in hot?
You pour it in hot, yes. Then you cover that up in the mason jar and let that kind of simmer, hang out within 10 minutes. They're acidic, they're sweet, they're salty.
Wow.
You let that hang out in the fridge when you're ready.
Okay.
So now's the fun part.
Okay.
Are you ready to build a sandwich? I think they're ready. Okay, so you got crispy chicken right there. We have some spicy mayo we made again with that gochujang. And it's very tasty, very flavorful. We're gonna add our chicken on there like here. Boom. And we can't forget those pickles. I like a lot of pickles.
Yeah, I do too.
So put that on there. So acidic, crispy, sweet, spicy, amazingness. And we're gonna jump in there right there. Al, try that. Cheers to summer. Cheers to block parties. Cheers to you. And cheers to you guys. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. That is so good.
And so moist.
What's the secret, do you think, to bringing the right group of people together for a block party?
The right group of people, it first starts with great food, great energy, people who are fun, friends, family, and people who are like-minded, you know? You want to come together. It's summer. It's hot. We're having a great time. And just, it starts with food, drinks, and just merriment. I'm Jamaican. We share that kind as well.
Right.
And we already know what a good time's about.
Oh, it's going to be a party. And music.
And music,
And sometimes I think inviting people who may not be like you.
Yes.
Because once you're eating, you can't, you got to be friends.
I always say, my thing, good food and laughter. Doesn't matter where you're from, what country, what religion, ethnicity, good food, once you bite into that and get that look, you just already know. So food is the common denominator that brings us all together, no matter where you're from.
Thank you,
Right, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Al.
it.
Thank
All right,
you.
here we go. Now let's move to another person from our neck of the woods, the chef and restaurant owner of Jupiter, right here in 30 Rock, Jess Shadbolt.
Oh
Jess,
my God,
how
nice
are
to
you? Nice
see
to meet you.
What a day you're having.
This is so exciting.
Thank you. We've been so happy to be here. Are you ready for something?
I am ready. In fact, and if you get ready, you want to try this out at your next block party, just scan the QR code to get all the ingredients. Welcome to the party.
Thank you for having us. We're super psyched. We're actually going to head to Italy now.
Oh, I love it.
You know, we're going to take and transport ourselves out down to Naples. We're going to be cooking like a really simple, beautiful puttanesca sauce.
Ooh.
So really easy. Even my mum can do this one. So it's just tomatoes. We've got some beautiful olives, anchovies, gentle spice, a little bit of pasta, olive oil, orange zest. Done.
Yes.
Should we get going?
Let's do it.
Okay. So we've got, you know, obviously we're in the middle of summer. We've got these beautiful heirloom tomatoes.
Right.
They are at their peak at the moment. So we're going to peel them.
Now,
Really-
a lot of people get scared about peeling tomatoes.
Oh my God, super easy. Literally just put a little score at the base and you can do some at the top. Chuck it in this boiling water, kind of boiling water.
Right.
Let that go for a little bit. And actually, as it kind of like bobs around in there, you'll see that the skin begins to peel away. At that point, we're going to just pull it out of the water. It's not quite there yet.
Right.
And then we can just literally easily peel off
Peel
the
it
skin. And then you're just left with the flesh, which
Right.
is really delicious. Then, in this pot, we've got a little bit of olive oil. Well, I say a little bit, quite a lot of olive oil. And these lovely capers. And what we're going to do is we're going to fry them. And you really want them to fry in that olive oil. And you want to bloom them. You know, you really want to kind of let them burst into their flowers. That releases all their delicious flavors. So you can see them bubbling away in there. Super delicious. And at the same time, we're going to start to add in the anchovies.
I love it.
People are kind of weird about anchovies.
I know they
but
are.
I think you can't beat a good anchovy.
Yeah.
Chuck that in there, and then they'll start to melt too and release all their delicious flavour. And then the garlic. Now, it's really important not to brown the garlic.
Right.
Like I feel
Because
like
it gets too bitter?
Exactly. That's what gives garlic a really bad name. But yeah, you just want those all
You
to
give garlic a bad name.
Exactly. You want those guys just to get to know each other, become great friends. And we're going to chuck in some of this dried chili.
Okay.
You can make it as hot and spicy as you like.
Sure.
But I think a little gentle kick's what
Why
we're
not?
after. Ooh la la.
Oh, we lost some
We've
flowers.
lost a little
Flowers
bit.
down.
Flowers
Flowers
down. JJ,
down.
what are you doing over there?
No flowers
Oh,
were
my
injured
Lord.
in the filming of this special. Wow.
Okay, can you smell that? I mean, we're
That's so
basically
good.
in Naples right now. So tasty. You can put a little fresh chili in as well, just to kind of get the party started. And as that's going, we can chat a little bit about our tomatoes. So we literally, this is a great one for kids. Just, oh God, I don't want to get it on your shirt.
I've already
okay,
messed it up.
or mine, to be honest. But yeah, chuck it in here. Get in with the hands, have fun with it. Juices, seeds, the
All of
whole
it.
shebang. Yeah, get it in, have fun. Oh my God, it's so tasty. Right, now this is really beginning to go, which is great. Gonna chuck this in. Oh my God. What better than puttanesca for breakfast, right?
Man.
Okay, now that can just go low and slow for about an hour, right?
Okay.
You
So
know,
about
like,
an hour.
Kind of lower the heat a little bit. Every time you remember about it, give
Just
it a
check
stir. You don't want it to stick.
Right.
And then, ta-da, here we are. So you can see that it's kind of like reduced a little bit.
Right.
But it's still like nice and light. It's not too jammy. Am I talking too much?
No, you are
Okay.
not. You're terrific. I love it.
Okay.
Well, you've got
Tell
that
me to shut
accent.
up
You,
if you need to.
you got the accent. You could read the phone book and we'd be
No.
fine.
Okay, so that's going. Now in here, towards the end, we've added in the olives.
All right.
So you don't want to put them in at the beginning because they get a little bit bitter. So just towards the end,
So just
after
some
about an
chopped
hour.
olives.
Yeah, just chopped olives. And at that point, I'd give it a little taste. Obviously, you've got a lot of anchovies in here. You might need a little bit more salt, but depending on what your preference is. That is like ready to go. That can sit in the fridge for a couple of days too.
Oh,
Only
wow,
gets
that's
better with
great.
age.
Great idea.
Cooked pasta, spaghetti is like what we love it with, but you can choose whatever shape you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Salted water, cook it al dente. Don't overcook pasta.
Okay.
You know, it's not.
Never.
You know,
Nobody
never.
likes that.
Yeah, and actually cook it a little less than you would normally in the boiling
So
pan.
less than al dente.
Less than al dente, and then I would cook it in the sauce, yeah? So like, and then that takes on all the flavor of these beautiful aromats, all of the tomato sauce, and Bob's your uncle. Here we are on a plate.
My favorite saying, Bob's your uncle.
Who was Bob? We should find out. Okay, a little bit of wild oregano on here, fresh, dried, whatever you've got, basil, and then orange zest. That just brings the party at this point. There we go. And then, always some olive oil to finish. Of course. You can never have enough.
Never.
All right. Go on out. Good one?
Yes, that's fantastic.
Well, you can come and eat it at Jupiter tomorrow.
Can't wait to.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you for
meeting
having
you.
us.
Thank you. Okay, guys, stay with us. J.J. Johnson and an unexpected Rice Krispies treat. And let me tell you, this is from Katie Stilo, our food stylist. I have had this Rice Krispies treat. Your mind will explode. And Hoda and Jenna are going to join the party with Alejandro Ramos. All that and more coming up on Al's Today, All Day, Ultimate Summer Block Party. Welcome back. Our Ultimate Summer Block Party continues with our 30 Rock neighbor, James Beard, award-winning chef and cookbook author and philanthropist, J.J. Johnson. He's sharing a family-inspired recipe that's sure to be an instant hit, a take on his granddad's smoked trout dip. If you are already thinking about doing this, just scan the QR code to get the recipe. J.J., good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
All right.
Listen,
so tell me about your granddad.
So my granddad was a camper. And he would build these fires, and he would catch fish, and he would smoke it, and then he would make these dips and give us raw vegetables. But the dip was so good that you would forget about the vegetables. Wow. So I wanted to show you, you could put this right next to your crudité platter, and something that I love to smear on a tomato.
Ooh.
So just some nice smoked trout. You can smoke it yourself, or you can get it in the store. And you just flake it off. It's just really good. Okay. Now, if you're not into smoked trout, you can do whitefish.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Inside my food processor, I have some sour cream and cream cheese. So if you like cream cheese,
who doesn't?
This is where it is. Okay. And some horseradish.
Oh, so a little bite.
A little bite. Yep. And then and it's simple. You just throw this on here. Turn it, let it pulse.
Oh my gosh, a food processor that's actually worked.
It worked.
Unbelievable.
I tested it before I came on here.
Well done.
So then you get this now, and this is where the magic is. Okay. You're just gonna add in a little bit of lemon juice. Okay. Right? Nothing like fresh squeezed lemon juice. Okay, now throw everything in there, Al.
Okay, so you got chives?
Chives, red onions, parsley, the smoked trout.
Okay.
Okay. Throw that right in. Mix it up. And then right here, a little Worcestershire. Boom.
Oh.
A little hot sauce.
Yes.
Boom. Mix it, keep going. And you get that nice creamy effect. All right, now what do you want to put that on?
Anything.
All right, so look, I got some.
My hand.
No, don't put it on here. Come down here with me. Come on down.
Okay.
So heirloom tomato, endives, some Persian cucumbers. Now, I love this on a tomato. Now, heirloom tomatoes are just in season right now. I cut them in these nice little wedges. And a little trick that I like to do with my tomatoes are, before I serve them to anybody, I lay them out and I hit it with a little bit of sea salt, right?
That sweetens them up.
Sweetens them up really nice, right? And
I remember my mom used to do that on watermelon.
On watermelon?
Yeah.
And bring out the sweetness, right? And, my parents used to throw a block party.
Oh, yeah? Did they?
Yes. I grew up in Pennsylvania, in the Poconos, on our block. All of our neighbors would have to contribute a dish. We would have double Dutch. We have egg throwing contests.
Wow. Wait, egg throwing?
Yeah, egg throwing contests.
Hard boiled or raw?
I don't want to put my parents out like that, but
Oh, there you go. All right.
And they would throw the eggs, and the adults would do something with cucumbers running back and forth backwards. It was a big affair. So seeing you throwing this block party today really is bringing back some memories. And, it's nothing like having on the table some really great vegetables and a smoked trout dip. So you could throw it right here on your plate.
Right.
And you got your beautiful tomatoes, some cucumbers, whatever you like there. And listen, your crudité platter could be whatever you want.
Sure.
It could be all those vegetables that are just inside the fridge that need some love.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But I love it right here on that tomato. You just scoop it right up.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Delicious.
And again, something you can do ahead of time.
Something you can do ahead of time. Something you can do with large groups. And something to pick it up.
Yeah.
You don't just got to put some herb mixture, some dressings. This right here, anybody can do at home.
That's amazing.
Can do it really easy, and it tastes really good.
Woo! And you know what? I also, your fantastic restaurant. Tell us about the new one you just opened up.
So just opened up third Field Trip up on 114th Street in Broadway. Field Trip is a rice bowl shop.
Yep.
Everything's under $14, and you're going on a field trip all around the world.
Right.
So if you want Southern food, West African food, Asian food, you can get it all on Field Trip. All the rice is freshly milled. We have one in Rockefeller Center.
That's right, right down on the concourse. So
right in concourse.
If you're visiting here at the Today Show afterwards, head down to the concourse and get a fantastic meal at Field Trip.
Well, cheers to you.
JJ, always good to see you, my friend.
Great to see you. Happy summer, everybody.
There you go. Thanks for joining us, JJ, being a great neighbor. And you can visit that Field Trip, like we said, lower level of Rockefeller Center. Speaking of keeping it in the family, up next, one of my faves, Ms. Katie Stilo. That's right. So when all the chefs come, our food team goes through it, preps things, gets everything. I think people think that stuff just magically happens.
Yeah, they do.
But
I'm the magician.
You are the magician. You are
myself and my team.
You are our David Copperfield and,
Yes.
and the entire team that's here.
Yes.
And speaking of teams, again, our teams are from our camera crews to our stagehands who have been lugging. I got to tell you, folks, you can keep seeing this, but see, they've got to, if you look over there, they've got to move stuff over, they've got to change the tables out, and then they have to bring stuff back in and do it fresh. Live.
Yeah.
I mean, while this is happening.
It's
just unbelievable.
crazy town. Yeah.
Talk about magic. All right, so just so you know, not just a pretty face, she's an Emmy Award-winning culinary producer, head food stylist, and the host of Today Food Radio. And one of my favorite simple desserts is a Rice Krispies treat. Well, you are going to give Rice Krispie sundae cones.
I am, Al, because one of my favorite things is a Rice Krispie treat, and what better way to have it for a block party than in an ice cream cone?
I like
when you're at a block party, you don't really want things to be melting all over your hands.
Please.
So I'm taking my iconic ultimate Rice Krispie treat recipe that you can find on today.com/food and jazzing it up a little bit with just a few special ingredients to give that ice cream essence. But to kick it off, we're starting with your classic ingredients. We have some melted butter and some really delicious Good and Gather marshmallows in here. You want to melt this up just until it's combined. Come over here. Melt it down, ooey gooey, a little bit charred on the bottom, but that's okay.
That's all right.
You know, it kind of
gives it more of a caramel.
Yeah, it's like we're at a campfire.
Exactly.
You know? Roll with it.
Yeah.
If you'd like to help me, we can add in some of our mix-ins. So, classic, we're adding some of your favorite crispy cereal. If you want to jazz this up a little bit, definitely add in some like Captain Crunch.
Oh, sure.
Fruit
Ooh,
Loops.
Crunch berries.
Yes. And what I love to add to my Rice Krispie treats that I think makes it super chewy and fluffy, fluff.
Oh, marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, because when I developed this recipe, I felt like there was not enough marshmallows in classic Rice Krispie treats. Yes,
It's like it was like the Christopher Walken thing in SNL. I need more cowbell.
Yeah,
I need more marshmallow.
Exactly. And then we're not done yet with the marshmallows.
More marshmallows.
More marshmallows. We're adding in some mini marshmallows.
It's marshmallow palooza.
Get that texture in there, and then you pop in some salt and then some vanilla extract. And this all comes together.
Right.
Get a little arm workout in, I'm not going to lie, but that's okay.
A little upper body work.
Yeah, we're outside. No one knows you're sweating.
Hey, now.
Okay, now the fun part is where you get to add your ice cream flavor toppings. So for the strawberry flavor, I love to use freeze-dried strawberries. All you do is grind them in like a spice grinder until they're a nice powder, and then you just mix them in. So if it's not super humid, it'll come right out.
Right in. Oh, we lost something else. Something broke. Okay, we're okay. Winds are picking up.
It wouldn't be a segment.
There's a hurricane blowing!
It wouldn't be a Today Show segment if there wasn't something chaotic happening, right?
One of my favorites, I love like a mint chocolate chip.
Yes, me too. So I have just a little bit of mint extract that kind of evaporated, but we're going to put that in there.
Pretend it's in there.
And then you add in some chocolate chips, just to stud throughout so you have that nice texture. And then if you want to go crazy, you can do a
All you folks, grab hold of somebody you love so you don't blow away. Grab hold. Everybody grab hold. All right.
You could add in some cocoa powder if you want to for a chocolate version, and then some chocolate chips as well. So to get that fun little scoop effect, you simply just take an ice cream scoop. You can grease this with a little bit of cooking spray, and then pop it onto a sheet tray.
Right.
And it makes that cute little mound. It's so much fun. And then to pop it onto the cones so that they stay secure when you're in gale force winds on the plaza. You just take a little bit of candy melts, and you can use any fun color. So get the kids involved here.
Sure.
If you had a little block party and you're outside, make the kids choose their own ice cream topping flavor, and then they can add their own candy melt. And it's super fun if you want to. A little tip, you can tuck some candy in the bottom. So that when you're done with your Rice Krispie on top, you have another treat.
So in case they haven't had enough sugar, just wind them up.
Jazz them up.
Woo!
Yes, which is perfect. And then you can pop it on some rainbow sprinkles. And it's my personal favorite flavor is the strawberry. So that's the mint chip variation. And it's super easy. And if you don't want to serve them on the cones, you can definitely just keep them in little trays.
Or do the squares like the traditional thing.
Exactly.
What's your go-to recipe for a block party, summer block party?
Ooh, if I had to bring something, I'm known as I bring a cookie or a bar. I'd probably bring this, to be honest. Or my grandma's butter cookies. That's always a classic in our house. It's like what I grew up eating.
So. The dessert bar, very big in the Midwest.
Yeah, very big sweets heavy. I grew up eating all the sweets.
Well, I really appreciate it. It's fantastic, as usual. Again, Katie Stilo, our food stylist, we love it. And we appreciate it. And oh my gosh,
got some visitors.
Look who's here. We've got Hoda Kotb.
Oh hey, what up?
And Jenna Bush Hager.
Come on over.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, 3, 2, 1. Okay, look what's happening. Al Roker, you're like a marathon.
I know.
Man.
How are you doing?
Doing great. I mean, got all my chef friends here.
This is the ultimate summer block party, and we're here for it.
I know, and Al, you invited us, which we appreciate.
Oh,
Have you been eating some delicious things?
Been eating. We've had such a good time. This party is being presented by Good and Gather, available at Target. Alejandra walked us through a mini muffaletta sandwich earlier. Now she's got another great grab and go for a block party, empanadas.
And the QR code's got all the ingredients you need.
All
right.
Show us, Alrighty, so we are starting with our savory empanadas, and we're keeping it vegetarian. We're doing some sautéed spinach and onions, and you put it in the pan, really simple, and then we add our cheese.
Yeah.
I like to do 2 types.
What kinds of cheeses?
So we've got crumbled feta, because that gives it that nice salty bite.
Yeah.
And then the mozzarella gives it the cheesy pull, which is what everybody
Did you know that
loves.
Jenna's nickname was Salty Bite?
Salty bite. That's
I thought you were going to say mozzarella.
I love it.
I do love some cheese.
You mix it up a little bit neater than I've been doing.
No, it looks good. And then what?
It's
Lemon?
a nice
And a
salty
little
bite.
lemon?
And then we squeeze that lemon juice in. You can also add a little fresh lemon zest.
Okay.
Gives it lots of bright flavor.
Nice.
This is kind of like, have you ever had spanakopita?
Yeah.
So this is kind of a little grab-and-go version of that.
Okay, what is that?
And now, so we're prepping our fillings here. So we've got the savory filling ready. Now this is guava paste.
Oh.
You know I love guava. I'm Puerto Rican, and
I love
guava and cheese as a dessert. We call it Romeo y Julieta, Romeo and Juliet, because it's salty sweet. And so you start off with the guava paste, and all you want to do is cut it in little slices, just like little pieces. And if you can't find guava paste, you can do any kind of sweet jam will work well for this.
Okay.
So strawberry, cherry, tropical, pineapple, whatever you can find. But you want something about this size, not too big. All right, then we are moving on to our pie crust. So,
you just buy a pie crust?
Yes,
that's great.
Store-bought pie crust, so much easier. I'm not gonna. It's too hot. It's too hot for
summertime.
that.
Come on.
Not yet. First, we want to cut out the forms. Right? So then we've got, so we cut it out first. Well, no, actually the egg wash doesn't belong there.
Okay,
the egg wash, we'll bring the egg wash over here.
Oh, we're going to bring it over here.
Yeah, here it
there's
goes.
some over there already.
Yeah,
we don't have a brush.
Well, actually, you know what? We can give me the spinach. You can give me that spinach filling.
Let me give you.
There we go.
You do that.
As a team.
Put a little spinach in there.
Okay.
All right. Let's make those guava and cheese empanadas
What
over
kind
here.
of cheese do you use?
All right. So for this, I'm doing cream cheese. Yes, and the cream cheese is it's got that nice sort of salty mix, and it's also just melts. It's so good in that soap. And then you put your little guava right there on top. Yeah, so simple. And it's literally guava. The recipe is the name. Then you brush it with your little egg wash right on the side here. Glue that down. Bounce it over, right? And you can pinch it, and there's so many. I mean, you could do a fancy
Look, I did this one. Were you happy with that?
I like the little press, but here's the trick too. You take your fork and you crimp it, and that's going to really lock in the.
Look how did you do this? Look at this.
This one, yeah. So
did you do that?
I did not do that one, but that's our fancy culinary team here did that one. But that is another option, so you can fold it. And what actually a really good tip too is because when you're doing savory and sweet empanadas, you want people to be able to know what's inside. So this is like a fun tip for you guys. I like doing a little bit of food coloring, and you can just kind of brush so for example, this is like the green food coloring, so we'll put it on the spinach. And you could just do like a little swipe there.
So this is spinach,
that's
and this
spinach,
is...
and this is the guava. So you can put a little pink food coloring. And that makes, especially when you've got a big crowd, that just makes it really easy to kind of grab and go. And so everybody knows what's inside without constantly being like, hey, what's this
one of these? Al, do you want one?
Sure.
Do you like that? Yeah.
Which kind? Sweet or savory?
I'll go with sweet.
Sweet. I love a sweet one. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yummy.
Really good.
So good. It's such a fun dessert. Like, I grew up eating these. This is like a classic. Sometimes as a kid, I would literally just eat the guava and the cheese, not even wait for the empanada.
This is so delicious.
So good.
What was your summer tradition growing up?
We just had, what did we do? Ran through a sprinkler and ate watermelon? I don't know.
I love it. That's how I do my weekends still.
I know. I'm like, what did I eat? Popsicles. And frozen grapes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Super easy.
I love that.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
sometimes when I, like my first job, I used to walk to work on summer mornings eating a popsicle to stay cool.
There you go.
I love it.
Gotcha.
Breakfast.
Well, guys, you can catch Alejandra on season 2 of the Great American Recipe on PBS. Great American Recipe on PBS. And for these recipes and all the recipes from my block party, just scan the QR code right here with your smartphone.
You've been on the air
I know.
since 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It is now almost 11 Eastern, and you're going to keep going?
Oh,
How much
keep going,
longer is
baby.
this block party?
I think around 1, 2 o'clock in the
Wait,
afternoon.
what?
No, I'm just joking.
I was like, Al, drink
Coming
some
up
water.
next, guys, we're going to
ends
meet
in about
our
15
newest
minutes.
Babe Follows, TikTok's upcycling queen, coming up after this.
But for those of you who are on all day, after the break, a double Dutch lesson from the elite Brooklyn Jumpers.
Ooh.
I wish you guys were staying. I'd love to
I
see
know,
you guys
that
double
would be
Dutch.
some jumping.
A
Oh, yeah.
perfect activity for any block party. Stay with us.
Fun.
This is where it all goes downhill. We're jumping back into today's Today All Day's ultimate summer party. Tashima and our friends from the elite Brooklyn Jumpers are back to teach us a thing or two. So Tashima, what's happening here?
So the guys are jumping together. So this is their first time jumping double Dutch.
The first time?
Their first time jumpers.
Okay, you got this, JJ.
JJ, come on. Pick your feet. Move up a little. Move back a little. Move back.
Okay, David.
There you go.
David,
now they're
go.
both in.
Jordan. Oh, okay. Okay. One more time. One more time. Okay. Okay. David, hold on.
All right.
All right.
Wait.
Let's go, Jordan.
One at a time. Let JJ go first.
Go, okay.
Jordan's in.
Jordan's going in now.
Okay.
Back up.
Oh!
You went in the wrong time.
You missed time.
Yes.
So
Missed
close.
time.
One more time.
One more time. One more time.
I'm going first.
Move back a little. Move back. Yep.
JJ, go.
Come on, Jay.
Go, JJ.
Come on.
Okay.
Come here, JJ.
Here we go. Professional. Get it. Get it. Oh. Get it.
There you go, there you go.
Oh. 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 David and JJ sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Yeah.
Now that's a block party.
That's a
block
what is it
party.
about double Dutch and block parties?
It goes hand in hand, right? Like back in the days, we would jump double Dutch. We look forward to block parties because that's an opportunity for us to go into the streets and show our skills.
Oh, Tashima, hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on. Have you ever double Dutch?
He said he's done it years ago. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Okay, let's give Adam a shot here.
Come on, Adam. You got this. You got this. Adam.
Adam.
Come on.
Here we go.
Right into the middle.
Take your time.
Okay.
Wait, wait.
All right. All right. One more time. Set him up. Set him up. Here we go.
Not closer to you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Now, run it.
Now. Now. Yep.
Yes.
You gotta
Oh,
pick your feet
okay. You got half. That was good. One more. We're going to try one more time.
I want to try to jump in.
No, go in the middle.
Okay, go in the middle.
There you go.
Thanks, you.
All right. Oh, that's right. Pull those pants up, Adam.
That's right.
You got it.
We don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that. Yes! 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 Yes!
Turn around, Adam.
Yo, go, Adam! Go, Adam! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Whoa! Hold on! Hold on! Wait! Whoa! Bring those bad boys up! Woo! That was close. Tashima, elite Brooklyn Jumpers.
Thanks
for joining us. Okay, we're going to be right back. Okay. The block party next up.
That's our Brooklyn.
Dessert queen, Christina Tosi. Don't go away. Oh my gosh, that was close. Woo! Oh
That was great, Adam. Thank you so much. That was awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, no one better to wrap things up than with our buddy Christina Tosi. Earlier in the program, she made a gooey skillet cookie. And if you want a fresh way to use seasonal produce, strawberry corn cookie bar.
That's right, Al.
I love that.
So strawberries are in season.
Yes.
Like, that's for me what screams summertime block party energy. These strawberry corn bars, they're my flavor story. They're the flavor story we're rocking at Milk Bar right now. We have a strawberry corn layer cake. We have strawberry corn cake truffles. We make our classic corn cookies and layer them with this pickled strawberry jam.
Wow.
You want to learn how to make it?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so it starts with some granulated sugar. This is pectin. It's the stuff that makes
jelly?
Jam jelly, right, exactly. And a little bit of salt. And we're going to whisk those together. Yeah, I'm going to put you to work.
Okay.
Like you haven't been working all day.
I'm telling you.
But when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
That's true.
So you whisk those ingredients together so there's no clumping or lumping.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna whisk you or give you to whisk in some strawberry puree. So fun fact for people in strawberry land this season.
What's that?
The smaller the better, the redder the better. That is like my best advice when you are buying strawberries. Also, the strawberries that look a little bruised but are super duper fragrant, they're almost overly ripe. They don't look great to our eyes when we're shopping, but you want to know what? They're the best strawberries. Because they're the most ripe, so they have the most flavor. They're the most fragrant.
Okay.
If you're buying them at the market, sometimes they call them seconds.
Right.
They're the bruised.
So they're cheaper, but they're the most.
Ask the person,
flavorful.
go to that. They're the most flavorful. So once you get those liquid ingredients together. On a saucepan, medium heat, we're going to take these tiny little things. It's coriander. So it's going to just give this pickled strawberry jam just a little bit of edge. And the reason that we're pickling this jam, because what's in the bowl here would be a delicious jam.
Right.
But the reason we're pickling it is a little bit of acid from that strawberry. It's still going to be sweet and fragrant.
Right.
But going in with this buttery corn sweet cookie, it's going to help.
I'm going to put one of these. I hope I'm.
Get it out. I believe in you. Okay.
All right.
Oh, my
That's
gosh.
not going anywhere.
You got
now.
my back. Best sous chef ever.
Woo.
So the pickling is going to help a little bit of acidity with the sweetness and the butteriness, so it all measures up. So toast the coriander. We add a rice wine and a sherry vinegar to give it a little bit of that edge.
Okay.
Those things like sherry vinegar, the smell of sherry vinegar, it's something deeper. It gives a little edge. We bring that up to a boil. We fish out the coriander, and then we put this strawberry mixture in. Go for it. I love this. Do you bake a lot at home?
I'm not a great baker.
Stop.
Here's the thing. To me, baking is science, whereas just cooking is kind of like, ad-libbing.
You want to know what? I'm the baker that's going to change you because I love to bake with the intuition of a cook.
Okay.
So taste this. This is what we're working with in pickled strawberry jam land, right?
Wow.
It's acidic, but it also has the strawberry energy.
Yes.
Now on to corn bars.
Okay.
Flour.
Yep.
Cornmeal,
all right.
Salt, baking powder, baking soda, and this is the secret weapon. It's freeze-dried corn ground into a powder.
Oh, wow.
It's the secret to our strawberry corn cake,
so it gives it more of an intense corn flavor?
Exactly. We replace a little bit of like traditional flour in a recipe with corn powder. Super secret sauce. Wow. You can find all the best corn recipes.
How did you even come up with that?
I just worked for a bunch of brilliant chefs and then found my voice. Okay, and like all good cookies, butter.
Yep.
Granulated sugar.
Of course.
Some egg. I'll mix those together. You're going to give me the dry ingredients, and this makes a really great corn cookie
So you
bar.
want to do this by hand?
I love to do it by hand. You don't need a fancy mixer. If you don't have it, it's no big deal this season. This recipe we got you. If you just want some corn cookie energy or strawberry corn cake, we got you at Milk Bar outright. As that comes together, you basically get this great corn cookie batter. So it gets really brilliant and yellow as you mix. Now, greased, thank you, 8 by 8 inch corn. I grew up in Ohio, so what grows together goes together.
Ooh.
Strawberry and corn. Cornfields, the strawberry patches, they're right next to each other. Greased 8 by 8 inch pan. Rather than spreading this corn batter all the way across evenly, we're gonna kind of give it like peaks and valleys because we want a place for the pickled strawberry jam that we made to come. So corn cookie to the edges, but we don't want to go full smooth because we want a place to dollop in the strawberry jam. So I'm going to let you dollop in the strawberry jam. I'm going to take some fresh strawberries, slice them just on the bias so that you get a little bit of that really nice strawberry seed hulled moment.
I got to tell you,
which is really nice
everything,
as well.
You know this is going to be good because everything on its own is fantastic.
Well, that's really the secret for any great pastry chef or baker like me. Wow. So I like to put those fresh sliced strawberries from there. You bake them, you cool them,
and boom.
You got strawberry corn bars for your friends.
Say strawberry corn bars?
Y'all have been crushing that strawberry life.
Stay left.
We whipped up this morning. If you need some inspiration for your own summer block party, scan the QR code for these recipes. That does it. You have a great summer. Throw your own summer block party. Thanks to our sponsor, Target. Thanks so much to all you guys. We love you. Have a great summer, everybody. Woohoo! I'm Al Roker. Bye-bye. Oh, my God. Wow. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.